in my lungs. I won't disguise this place.
Hi everyone. Okay, so you always want to start off moisturizing your face. This will really help just like make sure that your foundation sets nicely and flawlessly. You don't want to go straight to your foundation with a dry face. I don't know, I guess it just gives that, I don't know, I guess I've always been used to starting off with a really nice moisturized face. So for that, I am going to take my almond oil. It really hydrates my face. Wait, actually, I don't know if I want to start with my eyes first or my face. I just go straight to my face. So usually on my clients, I like starting with the eyes first. I don't want like the fallout to go on the places that like I can seal like my under eyes. It just burns everything. That's why I like starting off with my eyes. But I'm gonna break my rule today. I'm starting to moisturize my face. I don't think I'm gonna use like my normal primer. I usually just use my Tarte Clean Slate Flawless brightening primer. This also really helps to kind of moisturize your face, but like I told you guys, I've really been loving using the almond oil, so I'm gonna skip that. I'm going to go straight in with my Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. I'm just going to apply that on my T-zone because those are the areas where I usually tend to get more oily throughout the day. So just going to place that around my nose area, my chin, above my lip, and the center of my forehead. I love that primer. Your foundation will stay put for several hours. It's like a magnet to your foundation. So I'm going to start by adding concealer. Okay, so usually I just like starting replacing it right underneath my eye and that in kind of a triangle motion and bringing it all the way back just to really highlight this whole area. Okay, and then taking my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend that out. I like looking really close, making sure that everything is just looking even and trying to avoid anything that looks streaky. Okay, so next, moving on to my foundation. I'm just going to take my NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I'm going to apply that to the back of my hand, just a little amount. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender and press that into my skin. You also want to make sure that the neck area is blended as well, because you don't want to have it look like you have a mask on. Okay, so we're just gonna leave it like that for right now, and then we're gonna go back in with another concealer because I love having my under eye area bright and highlighted. So I'm gonna move straight on to my eyes. So okay, so I already went ahead and did my other eye off camera just so you guys can kind of get like a close view of what I'm doing. So first off, I always like starting off with the eyeshadow base, and the eyeshadow base I am using today is a Soft Ochre by MAC, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that with a fluffy brush. And you want to be super gently with this because your eye area is super sensitive and you don't want to pull and tug on it because it could just lead to wrinkling, and you really want to try to avoid that. You want to make sure that you're just kind of like doing dabbing motions. I rate that the best finger to use. Oh Lord! I rated that the best finger to use is your ring finger because it has the lightest touch. Okay, so now that we've got that done, we're going to move in with transition shade, and for that I'm just taking my Sonia Kashuk fluffy brush and Soft Brown by MAC. I've been using this transition shade for the longest time now. It is the best transition shade. I use it on almost all of my clients and I just can't switch it up. Okay, so you just want to apply that kind of on the outer eye area and slightly in. You kind of want to step away and see if you have any more blending to do. And I swear to you guys, that is the secret. I don't apply too much product. I always apply a very little amount to my brush just so that I am building it instead of like applying way too much and then not being happy with it and then having to take the whole entire thing off. That's why it's very important to start off by a little bit. And I also do not drag it down this way where it's straightforward. I always like going up. It kind of, not only does it look cleaner, but it also makes your eye look more awake. Okay, so I think I'm done blending. Move on to my next shade. Next, I'm just going to take, what is this, Brown Script, and I'm gonna apply that kind of right in. You want to get your brush right inside of the crease area. Very lightly place that in there. You don't want to press too hard. Your brush is already doing mostly all the work for you. So you're just like lightly sweeping it back and forth, back and forth. By the way, this is a MAC 286 brush. It's my favorite. It literally does all the work for you and it's so easy, and it gets rid, and I like it because if you can see right here, focus. Okay, so as you can see, it's dirty right now, but it has tapered bristles on the very top. And that really helps getting deep into the crease. And so that is a really good brush. If you're looking for a good blending brush, I really recommend that one. Once I've got that done, I'm just going to go in with MAC Red Brick. I'm going to place it right at the very end of my eye and bring it deep into the crease, around and down, kind of creating a circular effect around my eye. Just like that. Move that back and forth. Okay, next I'm just going to take my Sonia Kashuk blending brush again and just blend all those colors together. Okay, so next, moving on to the lid area, I'm going to take my MAC pigment Gold. And to really intensify the lid color, I'm just going to take a little bit of MAC Fix Plus on the brush and then lightly pat that on the lid area. So if you want, you could just stop there. But I, of course, being me, I love glitter and feel the need to add a little bit to this Eyelook. I'm just going to use this beautiful, beautiful foil eyeshadow from Stila in metallic gilded gold. By the way, if you are looking for an awesome glitter, I recommend these things. They are so pigmented. Apply that in the very center of the lid. You kind of want to avoid, and I'm kind of just focusing it on the top part of the center of the lid because I will be applying eyeliner, and applying glitter down here will just like make it hard to get an even application of the eyeliner. So I'm just going to focus that on the very top and try to avoid the part where I will be applying eyeliner. My highlight, to take my Jumbo Stick by NYX and Cottage Cheese. I'm just going to apply that and then lightly blend that out, and I'm just taking my Estee Lauder, yeah, I said that right, and just blending that out. Next, taking my MAC Vanilla pigment and adding a little bit of Fix Plus to my brush. I'm going to lightly pack that right over that cottage cheese. This eyeshadow combo has literally been giving me life. Okay, so now for the tricky part. I'm going to take my Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Liner. So I'm just going to take that on my Japanese eyeliner brush. And I'm going to start by drawing out my wing. I'm going to follow the eyeshadow. So kind of just like that. Drawing a line outward and then bringing it in towards the lid. Okay, next I'm just going to extend it a little bit to my tear duct area. After that, I'm just going to curl my lashes and apply my Makeup Smoky Extravagant Mascara by Makeup Forever. Before I apply mascara to my bottom lashes, I'm just going to first apply Brown Script eyeshadow that we will, sorry, so out of frame right there. Whoa! The lower lashes here. Bam. Okay, now let's move on to the brows. Okay, so I'm just going to fill in my brows very quickly. Recently I've been liking setting my brows with a brow gel first. I have found that it just makes my brows look thicker, and also since I have light hair right now and my natural brows are dark, I like applying the brow gel first because it also lightens them. I use the Caramel Brow Gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and also I found that if I apply my brow gel first and then I go over and fill them in, it just gives like a more full effect to my brows. Does that make sense? It makes my brows like a bit more thicker, which, and I don't know, it just works for me. So I'm going to be taking firstly my Blonde Dip Brow, again from Anastasia, and start off by filling in the inner part of my brow. And then doing light strokes with my MAC 266 brush, and then tilting it like vertically, and do vertical strokes right in the beginning of my brow, and then lightly dragging it out. Okay. Same to the other eye. Holy moly, that made such a difference. Okay. But I'm not done yet. I also like going in with the dark brown dip brow to kind of just give like my eyebrow a bit more dimension. That makes sense. I just take a very little amount of that dark brown color. And I just line the bottom of the brow. Just some very soft strokes because I don't want it to look too crazy. And I feel like this gives it a bit more definition and also a more natural effect. Or as natural as it can get. I'm doing the same to the other brow. Once I'm done with both brows, I'm just going to take the end of my brow wiz, which is this spoolie, and just comb them through. Lastly, I'm going to take my Anastasia concealer once again, and then I'm not carving out my brows, but I'm just adding a bit of a highlight. Also, applying it right below your brow will give you a bit more definition. Okay, so we are done with both the eyes and the brows. And next, I'm going to move on to my face. I applied my tinted moisturizer. I applied a bit of concealer. That is never enough for me. I like a flawless foundation. After I am done with my eyes, I always like to go in with a bit more concealer. But yeah, I feel like I'm just like wasting daylight time. Like it's not even sunny anymore. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this really quickly. But again, I'm just going to add a little bit more concealer under my eyes and basically the areas where I need more coverage. And again, I'm taking the Anastasia concealer just because I find it being really full coverage. I'm just placing that on like where I have red. Next, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I can't pronounce that. I hope I said that right, but okay. And apply some of that underneath my eye. Like I told you guys before, I love my under eye area being super highlighted. Next, I'm going to go in with my Fit Me foundation stick in caramel and just apply that on my contoured areas. Sides of my nose, hollows of my cheek. Oh my god, so I have my window open and this kid rode by with his bike and was staring at me. And then he came by this way doing like tricks and stuff, staring at me. It's really weird. We had like a moment. But yeah. I'm just gonna blend that out with my little stripling brush. I'm trying to be so fast. I do not want my battery to die. Okay, I'm done with that. Next, I'm going to set all of my contoured areas. I'm gonna go in with the color. I don't know the color. Woo! I'm gonna go in with Java from the Anastasia palette, contour palette. I'm just going to set the contoured areas. Sides of my forehead, under my neck. Okay, and then for my nose, I don't like taking that color because it's a bit too orange for me, and I like my nose contour to be a bit more gray, less bronzy, orangey. I found that the NARS bronzer in Laguna isn't too orangey. It's the perfect shade for my nose. So yeah. Next, I'm just going to set my under eye area with the banana powder. And I also like setting with this, I don't even know the name, but I think it's like sand. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, so not a lot of people like this pinky shimmery shade from that palette, but I do. I love, it has like a little bit of shimmer to it. I find it so beautiful. And I like taking that on a little flat brush. Oh, I hope this is blended out right. I'm doing this too quick. Okay, so I like taking that on a flat brush and just like pressing that in the bridge of my nose right here. Gives it such a beautiful effect. And I also like taking that right there. Above my lip area. Just a little bit above my forehead. I don't really like my forehead being shimmery, but just a little bit won't hurt. Next, to set the red, I'm taking my Make It Forever translucent powder. I'm placing that only on the areas that I highlighted, but very lightly, because if you apply too much, it just looks really white and cakey and it looks so gross. So I really like just applying a very tiny amount of that. I'm going to go with a little bit more highlight. So I'm going to take my Becca highlighter in Opal. If you haven't tried this highlighter, oh my god. Oh my god. You are missing out. It is the most beautiful highlight in the world. I promise you. This one and Moonstone is my favorite. So I'm just going to pat that right on the... See, and you can't even see right now because I don't really have enough lighting. I actually prefer using natural lighting than my ring light, to be honest. The sun is just such a beautiful filter. Okay, next, I hope I have time for the lips. Oh my god. I hate that I feel so rushed. But. So starting off with the lips. I'm just going to remove any foundation that I have. I was debating on what lipstick to wear, and I chose to go with like an orange type lip, but I don't have an orange lip liner, so I'm just going to improvise, guys. So I recently just started doing this. You don't have to get every single shade in planet Earth. You can simply just go in with an eyeshadow, and that works. Improvise, guys, improvise. Next, I'm going in with the LA Girl lip paint in, oh shoot, the name is covered. I will figure that out and leave it in the description box. These lip paints are amaze balls. I bought one shade and I couldn't resist and just had to get them all. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to take a little bit and just clean up a bit.
Let's go, go, go.
What are you doing?
What?
I'm recording, Dad.
Well? The media?
I can't talk to the camera.
Video?
Yeah. Literally, how am I supposed to record with my dad right outside my window? I'm trying to film and you're bothering me.